Okay, this is a reading for Jamie Deel. And what I'm going to do, Jamie, is I'm going to pendulum douse some pendulum charts that I have here for you first. Then I'll do a crystal reading, and then I'll do a tarot reading. And so I'm going to use this pendulum here to do it. But first I've got to merge into your energy body. So I probably shouldn't do this and assume that it's okay for me to do it because I didn't wait for your response on Facebook, but I felt the Spirit had an urgent message for you. So I am going to merge with your energy body anyway, but I shouldn't do that. But I'm sure you don't mind because I told you I was going to do it. So I'm just going to think about you, Jamie, and how I've known you forever since I was 15. I'm going to think about your face and your energy. I'm going to merge with your energy. Okay, now what I have here is 3 charts, and so, or I have 4 charts actually, but let's see what stands in your way of happiness in your life first. Could you please give me a yes motion for Jamie Deel? Can you please give me a no message, a no motion for Jamie Deel? And can you give me the motion for ask again later or now's not the right time? Okay. What stands in the way of happiness for Jamie? Did you mean social adaptability? Okay, social. So your social adaptability, I don't know. I mean, you're a pretty social guy, but I feel like you don't think that you're normal or you're like other people maybe, that you feel like if people knew who you really were, that in social settings or in your social life that they would disapprove of you as a person, and you shouldn't worry about that. I feel that you are a good person, and if that's the way you feel, then you should try not to stress too much about what people think about you in social matters. You're just fine. Now let's do your self-esteem value, which yours kind of goes with what stands in the way of your happiness, but let's see, what is your sense of self-value? Well, that stands to reason. Timid and shy. Did you mean timid and shy or lack self-confidence? That's a strong yes. Yeah, you are kind of a shy guy. Yeah, and you need some more self-confidence, and especially in your social adaptability. Don't care so much what people think. Be a little bit more confident and stand out a little bit more is what I'm feeling. Don't be so, timid and shy. I know it's hard. It's real hard. It's hard for me to open up, to talk to people, to strangers, or people in general. We could all work on our self-confidence, though. But what I really wanted to work on was what you said was going on with your subconscious mind and the thing that's been talking to you. So we're going to do interferences. We're going to do what's blocking your third eye, your divine connection. See what's doing it to you, but I already know what it is. It's probably going to be energy attachment, but actually, did you mean chakra imbalance? Yes. Well, it's a chakra imbalance. I guess that would work too. Yeah, you probably do have a chakra imbalance because you staying down. Well, that other problem that you've got, and I won't say it out loud, but with watching videos on your phone, you're staying too much down in your chakras are imbalanced. You're staying too much in your sacral chakra, which is your sexual desires and drives and passions. You're too much into that one. You're going to raise your vibration. We were talking about raising vibrations and frequency. Well, this place that we live in is it's designed to keep you in the lower states of emotions, which would be your stomach, your solar plexus, which would be hunger. Everybody's always hungry, right? Your sacral, everybody's always hungry and horny, right? And then your root chakra, it keeps you scared. Well, everybody's always scared, hungry, and horny. It seems like it's very hard to get those vibrations up into the heart chakra or the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So, yeah, I can balance your chakras for you. I'll do that. We can do that later if you'd like to work on it, or I can tell you how to do it. It's easy. You can just go on to YouTube and find a solfeggio chakra balance. It's just the scale of tones, the seven notes, and that can balance it for you. I do that a lot. We get a lot of chakra imbalances around here, but that would make sense too because, it's messing with your third eye. It's messing with the thing that's talking to you. It's messing with your third eye. It's in balance there too, I'd say, because you're open enough, you're awake enough to notice things probably, and your subconscious is coming up pretty hard core into your brain if you're if it's talking to you, and all it's telling you is telling you what you don't consciously realize about what's going on in your subconscious about yourself and your life and your habits and your actions. Now, this next and last chart is what your soul needs most right now. What it needs most right now to heal it, to make it better. Should you mean self-worth? Yeah, that's a strong yes. Yeah, that kind of ties into those other ones, though. You need some self-worth. You need to love yourself more. You got to love yourself before, you can love anybody or anybody can love you. Your self-worth, if you could work on that and, get your self-worth up there, then that would automatically, well, of course, that automatically make your self-confidence better and would then ultimately make you better off in social adaptability. So I kind of had a feeling that was what it was going to say. Self-worth is a big issue for you. And it shouldn't be. Ooh, it shouldn't be at all. So now I've got a basis to go on from there. So we need, you need to look at your self-worth. We need to look at your social adaptability. We need to look at your chakra imbalances. And you work on that, and it should take care of itself. But it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of shadow work, a lot of shedding and letting go of. But you've already done a lot of that. You're almost already there. You can at least hear the subconscious talking to you in your own head, you know. But the things that it's telling you are not so great. Then that indicates that you subconsciously, the things it tells you that you told me that it was telling you, subconsciously, you feel that about yourself, and you can work to change that. So now I'm going to do a crystal reading, and I'm going to tell you how that works so that you'll know. And I'll turn the camera around and do it. I use 7 crystals to represent 7 chakras, and so I use black for the root chakra because I didn't have a red stone, and that is your sense of security, your grounding energy. It's the very base of your spine. And then next is the sacral chakra, and I use this citrine for that because it's the closest to red I had. And that's your sexual drive, sexual desires, your passions. And then I use this yellow rock for your solar plexus chakra, which is your stomach, which is your life energy. It's where it comes from, where it pulls from. It's right in the center. And then I use a green rock for your heart chakra, which is next. And that's, of course, you know, emotions and love. Oh, and this is hunger also. This is hunger and creativity for your solar plexus. The heart chakra is love and relationships and emotions. And I use a green one. And then next is the throat chakra, and I use a blue one. That's for your communication skills, verbal. And then I use this fluorite, this purple one, for your third eye chakra, which is your intuition and your gut feelings, and yeah, mostly intuition. And then I use this regular crystal quartz for your crown chakra, which is balance, clear energy, pure white light. And so I'm going to take them and shake them up and think about you. And I'm going to dump them out on the table and we'll read it, what I can tell from the way they land. So, thinking about Jamie. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera around. This is how the crystals fell. It's kind of interesting because usually when they fall, you can say the ones that are closest to you here are the most important. The ones in the middle are what Spirit's trying to tell you, and the ones further away are like maybe what's in the past or something that's going to happen on in the future. But the strange thing is okay, well, your intuition here, your third eye chakra, is off by itself. And then over here, I see 3 groupings of your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus. And I feel like that is telling me those are the chakras that you're staying your energy in, keeping your energy in. You're keeping your energy in the sacral and the root and the solar plexus. Does that mean you're hungry and horny and scared all the time, Jamie? That also tells me, too, because these two are close to each other, you need to ground that sacral chakra, the sexual energies. You should go outside and walk around barefooted in the grass or on the dirt to ground. And then the second tier, it's almost in order. If I took this one away, would be the heart and the communication. I feel like Spirit's trying to say, the energies are trying to tell me that you need to clear up or actually go up, because that's the crown chakra, in frequency. You need to start trying to communicate your heart. You need to communicate your heart and your feelings of love. And you also need to clearly stay in you need to try to get up and clear up the heart chakra and the communication. Would you shut up? I'm doing a video. Anyway, the intuition, the third eye chakra, is off by itself. And I feel like you've been following that intuition. You said you've been turning things off. You can feel it. It's just the feeling you get. And sometimes it doesn't, it can be chills of energy, like all over your body when there's not a reason for you to have a chill. And that's usually when I look to I stop and I look at what I'm doing, what I'm watching, what I'm doing in that moment. When I get a chill, and most of the time when I get a whole chill over my body, a cold chill when there's no reason to, it's because I'm hearing the truth from what I'm watching, I'm reading it, or because that's my intuition telling me with a physical nervous system reaction of a cold chill. But then you also can get that gut feeling. You should follow that one too. Whatever you're doing, when you get that gut feeling, look around and see what it is. You might not want to do it. Follow the gut feeling. But then also, you can get an icky feeling, like a creepy feeling. Like that's probably when you should probably stop and look what you're doing and stop doing what you're doing and moderate it. But I feel like your third eye is ready to see the truth about yourself. But you have to do a lot of soul searching and a lot of, like I said, shadow work, individual work. Looking at what you lack, which is self-worth and confidence in yourself. And I know you know your problems because you try to work on them and you tell me about it all the time. So at least you're doing that, and you're on the path to, you're on your path to a real awakening. When you can, I think that's what this is telling me too, a real awakening, and that you need to balance the chakras. But it was neat that the heart and the throat chakra were up here, because you need to try to keep your frequency. Like when you're truly awake to the energy and what it is, the sacral chakra, like anything that has to do with sex or porn or just like having sex, like a lot of the times, I know for me, it becomes disgusting, and it just is a total turn off and is revolting. So when you can open up and know the energies, you probably, that could clear up, your porn problem. But your self-confidence here, it needs to be cleared up. You need to try to get your frequencies up here, and you can communicate with yourself clearly, more clear. And the heart chakra, definitely, you need to stay up here. So, yeah, that's what I could tell from that reading. I'll do a tarot card reading next. Okay, so I'm going to do a major arcana reading for Jamie Deel, tarot card reading. So I'm going to think about Jamie while I shuffle the cards and see what Jamie's higher self or spirit would like him to know. I'm just going to keep shuffling until I feel like I want to stop. Okay, so we can just lay this out like past, future, present, or we could do past, present, future. That's what I'll do it, past, present, future. Okay, so in the past you got the Empress, and that is abundance and knowledge. See, she's got her fruit, and she's in the shade. She's got it made in the shade, so maybe, you're doing good over there in Colorado. Maybe things are probably more abundant for you there than they are here. So, yeah, that's what I read from that one. Now, the present, you got the world. And then with the world, I mean, when you get the world card, you've made it all the way around. You can have the world. And that's in the present. So, right now, your focus is probably more on worldly things, but I feel like you don't want the world, but you're either looking at the world too much in the wrong way, or you can have the world. I feel like if you realize the abundance that you had and have now, as far as worldly things go, which doesn't really matter. If you could realize how abundant you are, that's what I read from, okay? If you could just realize how abundant you really are and have been and successful, you're still alive, you're still here, right? You said you never kill yourself because you want to find out what's going on. And right now, you might feel like you're being tossed around by the world. But you can have the world if you want it. But it also means that, you're coming around. The whole process is coming around to the world to whirl you around in. And then the final and future, you got strength, which is good cards. There's nothing bad about strength. I feel like you can draw your strength from what you know about the world and what you've observed. And your strength, I think, could be better if you would realize how abundant you are and were and are still. Or it maybe could mean that some female from your past may come back up. Either way, it's going to end up in the future with you having more strength. So put it with the crystal reading and the dowsing reading. If you will be abundant, and you could completely have the world if you just realize your own strength. Like, notice that the tiger made it through the desert and still strong. So I feel like if you could just realize how important you are and how smart you are and how worthy you are of anything you'd like to have in the world, anything good in your world to happen, you're worthy of that. You're going to have to realize that your strength, and it will all turn out with you on the upside and the end. And just dig deep for that strength and realize it's there, and it's there abundantly. It's all around you, all over the world. So you're on your way, Jamie. You're getting stronger. You're really trying, and Spirit wants you to know that you can be abundant and have the world, and that you are strong. Just realize your self-worth and your self-value and how strong you really are. So anyway, that was the reading for Jamie Deel. Love you. See you. Bye.